Hi everyone, welcome back. So today I'm going to replace the oil pan gasket of this car. It's a Lexus LS400. It's a very easy job. It can maximum take you maybe 5 to 10 minutes to remove the oil pan. This cleaning is gonna take a little bit longer. So basically you remove the engine oil, the engine splash shield. It's held by 10mm bolts. All you need is just a 10mm bolt socket and open end wrench. You don't need anything else, and you also need a 14mm socket. So the process is fairly easy. This is a engine wiring loom. It's held by three 10mm bolts. Use an open end wrench. Very easy to access. So once you remove these, then you can let it hang, and then this air condition line, which is held by 10mm bolts, 2 on the passenger side, 1 on the driver side, right here. And after then there are a bunch of 10mm bolts. I haven't counted it yet, but once I remove them I will know. So I'm going to drain the engine oil first, and after then I'm gonna remove the oil pan, and I'll give you guys an update. So this has been leaking for the past 3 years. Ever since I switched to synthetic oil, it started leaking. So it's a good time to replace it. Today it's a nice day and it's not a very long job. Let's do it. Okay guys, I removed all the bolts and nuts. It has 12 bolts and 2 nuts. Altogether it's 14. So these are very small, tiny bolts and nuts. Be very careful with it. Don't use any impact wrenches or impact drivers. I already drained the oil from it. Now all I gotta do is to pry this, because it's closed with silicone. I do have silicone, but I think I'm gonna just use a gasket. I think gasket is gonna work fine, because I have a good luck with gasket. My transmission oil pan was leaking, and I replaced that with a gasket also instead of RTV, and ever since it hasn't given me any problem yet. So hopefully this one don't leak also. I got this Felpro gasket on eBay, and it's like $10. I will share the part number. I just removed this pan in 2 minutes. I use this pry bar, long one pry bar, and I pushed it in between the gaps, and I used this sway bar link for leverage. It came out. Holy hell, after 30 years, still clean. The mesh is a little bit dirty, but I will clean that mesh. After I clean it, I will show you guys how it looks. I removed this plate in front of the oil strainer. In order to remove the oil strainer, you have to remove this shield. It's held by 3 10mm bolts, 3 10mm nuts and 2 bolts. And then the oil strainer is held by 2 10mm nuts and 2 10mm bolts. 1, 2, and then 3 and 4. So these 2 are nuts, and those other 2 are bolts. These 2. So after then you can remove the oil strainer. I believe there's a gasket. Toyota recommends replacing those gaskets. I don't have gasket on hand, but I'm gonna use the old one. So that's how you remove the strainer. Once you remove the strainer, then rinse it thoroughly, clean it, and make sure you put the gasket back on. Okay, so I finally cleaned this oil pan. Removal is very easy. It takes 10 minutes, but cleaning all the stuff is a little bit hard. I also removed the strainer, cleaned it. So I washed the strainer, I washed this clear metal shield. Now I'm about to put it back together. I cleaned this. There was a lot of oil. So okay guys, there are two sumps. So one is this part. If yours is leaking from here or all the way here, this drain pan, this is the one that I removed. It's called the lower drain pan. The one is this one attached. I don't know what is it called. If yours, this one is leaking on your car, then you are it's gonna give you some grief. It's not gonna be easy. You have to remove the whole thing, a suspension, to reach this one, unless you remove the engine. So I'm almost about to button it up, and then I will share with you guys if it's leaking or not. I'm done installing the oil pan, and I cleaned up everything. That gasket was very hard to install. It wasn't holding up, so I had to use some glue. Hopefully it's not leaking. If it starts leaking again, I'm gonna use Toyota silicone. So fingers crossed. Let's fill it up with oil. Okay, moment of truth. Let's see. Watch out for the fan. Okay, I'm gonna check it later. I just wanted to show you guys. Yeah, that's it. Easy. Now I'm gonna tuck these back and put the engine shield on, and that's it. It's a very easy job, but the cleaning takes a lot of time. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.